Hey guys. Um I did hide something from somebody, or really I wanted to tell you guys something earlier, but I had my support group, but there was already something running in my mind before my group. Our neighbors came over today that live next door that have two boys, very young, extremely young, three dogs. Um but they came over and told us that there is a couple people. Um, Obviously, these are two people. It sounds like they're both males. Taylor, our neighbor, the father of the two little boys and the husband of Ashley, he had mentioned that um, two different vehicles. One of them was a like a smaller SUV, and the other one was a beat up. He said it was a blue beat up car. He did name the obviously the model and the types of vehicles that he saw, but the car was the one that was sketchy. Now, Taylor, I believe, was outside, but there was a guy that was pulled on the road in the middle of the road and took a picture of their house. Now, the only legal way you can take a picture of somebody's house if they're planning to sell it. And Ashley and Taylor don't have any plans of doing that. They don't have a sign by the road, so it was illegal for that person to do that. So Taylor came outside and knocked on the window, or tapped on the window. The guy rolled down his window. He wasn't. He went the whole time. So Taylor told him to get the fuck off the road, off our street. Um, but what concerns me is the next vehicle that was spotted, which was the SUV, went down our road farther, passing Ashley and Taylor's house right across the street from me. Was a parked SUV that was scouting the area. And Herb and Patty, which are our other neighbors, right there in their driveway, but looking over. So these people were not. I mean, personally, these whoever these individuals were in the two different vehicles were definitely not taking pictures. Nobody is selling their house here. We have new neighbors, but nobody down our road is moving, as far as I know. But I know when the person took a picture of Ashley and Taylor's house, they weren't selling it. They didn't have a sign by the road at all. But Taylor is a veteran as well, so he told this guy to get the fuck off our road. But he went and told everybody, all the neighbors, that obviously would need to know about it. Obviously, everybody on our road, because you want everybody safe and you want everybody to feel like that they're safe. I personally don't know if these were, because I've learned too that ICE agents will drive vehicles that aren't always black, and they'll have like a family member in the car with them or driving them places. But it's something to look out for. This guy didn't get out of the car. I didn't hear anything about that. Um, I still don't trust that these people. For me, the two indications knowing and really, if somebody's selling their house, you have to have somebody come and take a picture of the house. That, because that's the thing, they take a picture of the house to put it on market if that the previous owner decides to sell it. And now everybody, I mean, I'm pretty sure the police are aware of this, and I haven't been seeing them come down super frequently, but if it is people who are stalking on this road, because there is a lot of little kids and teenagers on my road, so I would hate for them to be abducted or kidnapped. But I swear to God, I'm not gonna let two people in different vehicles that are here to either scope or hunt down children. I mean, Taylor, had suggested all of us lock our vehicles. Which makes sense because these could be people who break in the houses, break into freaking vehicles. It just seems sketchy from what he was, and I know Ashley and Taylor would have told us if they were selling their house. But obviously whoever these people were, I'm hoping, I know they might come back too, and I'm hoping Taylor is at his house when they come back, or if they happen to pull in on my road, or I can get a good picture, taking a picture of their license plate, I'll do that. And these people will be searched, or will be held accountable and searched, because just pulling on a road like that and taking pictures of somebody's house, especially you don't if you don't have authority or legal right to do so, it is completely fucked up. And do I not just worry about the safety of myself, but I worry about the safety of these little kids on our road? Especially Ashley. I know Taylor. I hate to say it, but I feel like if any motherfucker was ballsy enough to have one of his children in that car, I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor didn't pull out a firearm and start shooting. Or right, like literally, because these people, once they drive off doing a crime or kidnapping someone, they're gonna drive off. They're gonna step on that fucking gas. But it ticks me off. I don't think anybody should have to live the life. Back in the day, my parents never locked their vehicles, nothing, because we had none of that crime back then. But when my mom lived here and my dad lived here, and even living here as well, there was no bullshit like that. My parents never had to lock their fucking vehicles because the crime is so low in Freiburg. We hardly any get anything like that. I will say, and I will mention quickly that anybody who is a friend or visiting the neighbors here and you see somebody pull up in a car talking to someone younger or young, like a kid, make sure you listen on to the conversation. Even if you're just eavesdropping, you listen to what these people are, because a lot of them could be adults luring strangers into the vehicle, kids. But with many of our really crime in the city is not to be joked with, it's not to ignore, especially if you call a city your home, or really where you were raised, where you began, not so much where you were born, but where you began your life. But I will say, I'm not gonna let any fucking invaders come down here thinking they can bribe children to come in vehicles, or they're looking to cause destruction, whatever it is. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end my live, but I wanted to come on here, and anybody who lives on my road, or on this road. I just want the word to go around, and especially those in Freiburg. If you see anything like that, and in the Bridgeton area, if you see any vehicles parked on the side of the road and they're pulling their phones out, aiming them at your house, and you don't have a sign that has, you don't have a sign out, period, of putting your house on the market, those people cannot be trusted. If they have, and Taylor described that the car this person was driving was beat up. Like the front bumper was damaged. Um, he did give the type of car and the SUV that drove a bit more down the road, you know, and pulled into the neighbors that we live right across the street from. But I do know there's neighbors down here who will not fool with people like that. They will. I mean, I I would, if I felt my life was in danger, like if they had a firearm, then yes, I would probably act through physical harm. But I would not, if they didn't have a firearm, I wouldn't act. I would probably do the same thing Taylor did, is tell them to get the fuck off the road, off our road. This is a public road and there's kids. I might even be harsh and say you're not going to turn this into a fucking war zone. You bring people you can't trust into this neighborhood that you don't know, that could be foreign, that could be immigrants themselves. I mean, I want to be police officer professional. Be like, do you have a warrant to fucking take a picture of my house? But whatever these people were doing, as I said, next time they come, I mean, I know this isn't going to be their only try. I just know this is not going to be their only trip, or this isn't going to be the last trip they make on my road. Like that wasn't going to be the last. They're going to come back. But a hero doesn't always think about himself. if he knows territory is being violated, his own territory from where he's raised, you defend it with honor. But if I ever decide to come back here someday, people that still live here are going to remember who I am. It's okay if they get confused and be like, "Aren't you the guy?" I would still take no offense to that. But there's a cryptid that I like talking about, or it's one of my favorite cryptids, but it's called the Shunka Warking. But it's a hyena wolf like creature that is from Montana. But they describe it more as hyena looking with the sloped back, um, but the wolf like features. But so it's interesting because the Shunka Warrakeen was actually nicknamed, what is it, the animal that kills off dogs or something like that. Wait, Maple Ridge? Hang on, I'm gonna. Because there is a Maple Ridge Road in Maine. Wow. Okay, this is from Canada. Metro. Wait, no. It's I'm guessing it's in Canada. Where's Meadow Ridge School? Let's look that up. Yep, it's in Canada. Okay. Wow, that sucks. 3-year old girl is in the hospital due to an aggressive bear. But anyways, guys, just make sure, lock your cars, lock your doors, and but we never used to have to do that either, so keep yourself safe, keep others you love safe, but thank you for watching.